What's up, everybody? It's your boy ShowtimeDr. I'm back. So this is going to be your guide for, how to hit the ground running, what you should be looking to do instantly once the game installs and the lag period's over. Now, I'm not going to go over which characters to reroll for and all that. I just put out a separate video on that, and I got an older one on that too, but so most of the character stuff's not going to be in this. What this is once you actually get into the game, what you should be looking to do. So when you get to this screen, because you'll eventually get to this screen, and I know it's in Korean, guys, but that's all I can show you right now. So you are going to want to, most of this stuff is going to be unlocked. First thing you're going to want to do when you get in this game, go to, you hit the 7 here in the right corner, go to the world. And this is the regular story map. I'm actually on hard mode. Let me actually show you where you are going to be. You are going to be on World 1, which is right here. So what you are going to do, you are going to come in here and you're going to run all of these up until you hit World 110. Now, there are going to be mission guidelines. They're going to say things like, use an archer, don't let anyone die, use a water character or whatever. Just follow all that, because the more of that you follow, the more crystals you get. And then also there's going to be rewards. The more stars you get, you come over here and get these bonus rewards. And there is also this once you are... Yeah, it's funny, I never did that. It must have been from one of the older worlds. But anyways, as you progress through the thing, you're going to get these quests. And you are going to go and collect all these things. It's going to be fodder, summon tokens, sky stones, which are crystals, and all this other currency in the game. You're going to want to take it and get it. I don't understand why I didn't have all that earlier, but whatever. So you're going to want to run from here to 110. Now, once you get done to 110, and by the way, there are secret stages in this, but don't worry about that too much at the beginning. Once you get to 110, there is going to be a reroll process. The game is going to take you to the summon screen, which is going to be here. And it is going to tell you, yo, like you're going to see, where are these two floating kids? You're going to see these kids, and they're going to say a bunch of crap. I don't know what they said because I didn't have it translated. But essentially what's going to happen is you are going to get 30 free 10 rolls, which means you can roll characters in the game, and you can also roll relics in the game, and all of them are from 3-star to 5-star. So here are the rates. On the left side is actually the characters, so those are the rates. The top one's 5-star, etc. So you can kind of see it there. So those are the rates, guys, and the rates, they are what they are, but at least they're giving you the 30 free rerolls to get things. Now, I went over this in my guide, but real quick, I'll go over one thing real quick. Do not settle for a 5-star relic reroll, because you can only get one 5-star in the 10 rerolls. You want a 5-star character. Which characters? I already put the guide out for it, but eventually you're going to go through your 30 rerolls and hopefully get a combination of characters that you're cool with. Once you are done with that, you will come back out here. There will still be a subset of things like guild, maybe PvP, and the farming dungeons that are going to be locked. I don't remember exactly when they unlocked, but you're going to have to go back out in the world, and you are going to have to unlock all that, and you're also going to have to unlock this back here, which is your passive farm place. So the thing in the center here, this is, you can farm crystals and gold. That's what I just did there. All of these buildings, by the way, are upgradable. I won't get too far into that right now. I'll release a separate guide for that. Top left, this is your fodder farm, so you can get XP, and you can get fodder wolves. XP are penguins in this game. The wolves are things that you use to rank up. And it uses this currency. This is the only currency, this is the only place where this currency gets used in the game. So if you want to, you can come over. And if you want something fast, boom. You just come get it. Otherwise, there's a timer. Depending on how much of this stuff you can farm up. Now also, you're going to unlock these slowly. You're going to unlock this first, then the farm. This is a passive XP place that uses stamina, and it can get you, depending on what you unlock, gold. That's the farm currency. This is another currency that you use in one of the shops. And this is the PvP currency. So to be perfectly honest, having experienced this game now, I would recommend you unlock the PvP currency and send your guys out on as many of these missions as possible. And I'll tell you why at a later... Well, you know what, screw it, I'll go show you right now. So the shops are over here, and this is, you know, you can get all the premium stuff here, like buying crystals. The last tab is buying whatever packages or whatever they're selling there. So all these other tabs are shops, and they use different things. This one has crystals, and you do actually want to use crystals. This is a 10 summon. You want to use crystals to get the 10 summon. That's a single summon, because a 10 summon will also get you bonus XP penguin, and it's a little cheaper than initial summon. Now this, don't worry too much about it right away. This is eventually the Moonlight summon for 1010. And all this stuff, a Mandrake, you get Mandrakes and you grow them at the farm. And that will get you skill ups in the game. There's other stuff down there, but don't worry about any of that other stuff. These are your friend points, so make friends, use their characters. They'll use your characters. And you want to buy stamina and you want to buy PvP tries here. So that's what you do with that shop. This right here, the coolest thing about this is you can get a tier 2 to tier 5, either a necklace or ring. It'll randomize it, but you might get a relic, which is red. Purple, that's the second best. So, but that's a T2, so that's probably not going to be that good. But that's where you roll that, and this is also where you get the upgrade tokens to upgrade your crystals, as well as your necklaces. Now, the reason I told you guys you were going to want to unlock the PvP place soon, this is the PvP shop where you spend PvP tokens. You can also get these tokens by participating and winning in PvP, or just participating, along with some bonus quests and stuff, achievements. But what you want to do in here, initially probably early, you might want to get some bonus stamina, which is right here. There's also a Mandrake seed. That's up to you. I think it resets like every day. It might be once a week for the Mandrake seed. But what you really want to do, and the reason why I recommend the PvP farming place once you unlock it, or the dungeon exploration place, this is why. This is all tier 5 life bonus, which means that you get 15% life for every 2 of these items you have with this bonus. Tier 5 relic gear, like ancient gear, the best gear you can get in the game, tier 5 relic. And all of it is 1,200 tokens. You want to farm this shit up ASAP, especially if you have a Destina or an Armin, a tank, or an Akates, because Akates healing also scales off of her max life. You want to farm this shit up ASAP, so this is highly important you guys figure this out early game, because the faster you get this stuff, the crazier, you know, your support or your tank or whatever you got going on is going to be. Now, once you unlock everything, because you're going to unlock the farming dungeons, this is PvP, this is guild, you're going to want to immediately join a guild ASAP. Hopefully you got some good, you know, guildies or people you've played previous games with. But you want to get in a guild ASAP because you get bonus. You can give each other stuff and you get guild points for it. And there is a guild shop where you spend the guild points. These are like farming things that you need. This is where you donate gold, and there are these things called time-limited quests you come and do. And you donate those and you get more of the currency, which is right here, the guild token currency. You spend the guild token currency here. So once again, this is another Mandrake, which is good for skill ups. This is a dungeon, so you can get a bonus chance at a certain dungeons, you know, random chests. Honestly, I'm not even sure what that is. Oh, I think that's an upgrade your relic, which is fairly rare to find. And this is available once a week. This is available once a month. This is a 4-star fodder unit, which are fairly hard to get. You might get a couple early because of bonuses and achievements, but you're not going to see too many of these, and it's once a month for 900 guild tokens. So you want to come in here. There's also, the guild leader can give you things such as, this is a bonus. It goes out to everyone in the guild. This is bonus gold for 8 hours, bonus XP for 8 hours, reduction in cost to healing, because if your characters get their ass kicked, you have to heal them, or else you got to wait like 20 minutes, I believe it is, for them to self-heal. And this is like a random chest that you can give out to the guildies once you get enough of this time-related currency. So, and then down here, these are guild quests. So once again, these are additional quests where you can get, you know, additional donated gold for the guild, random, you know, chests and tokens, some more of the time-related currency that you can turn in, as well as bonus guild currency. So join a guild ASAP. And especially if your guild leader is Frosty, you're going to be getting, if everyone's donating, you're going to be getting that bonus XP and that bonus gold stuff every day if everyone's on point with their stuff. Now, once you've taken care of that, every time you get 950 crystals, roll over and summon 10 times on the summon banner. My recommendation to you guys early. If you're patient, depending on what's going on with the events, I'm not sure what's going to go on with the events, you can also wait for a banner. I think the first banner is going to be Secret. Secret, guys, good, not that good. I like Secret, but I'm just telling the truth as I've experienced it. So then you're going to come over to your farming dungeons. Now, the farming dungeons are going to have different availability, I guess is the easiest way to say it. So like today, you can only farm the water dungeon for, this is where you get your purple star upgrade materials. So today you can only farm the water dungeon. Now when it gets to the weekend, you can farm all these dungeons, but it's going to have a cycled release. The next one's the fire and the water. Day after that is the grass. Day after that is the holy, etc. So you're going to want to come in here as you start to figure out which characters you want to level. Come and get their tokens, because there's lots of achievements early game that'll give you a bunch of bonus tokens and it gets them more powerful. Third purple star on every hero that you use is what you're aiming for, guys, to make your character strong, because not only is it going to give you stat increases, it's going to amp one of your abilities, either your 1, your 2, or your 3. And it's going to make that character that much better. So you're going to want to come in here and farm that. Now this is the Eternal Tower. If you have somebody like, say, Curious, or pretty much most characters, honestly, that are decent, you're going to want to run through as many of these floors as possible. You're going to get 3 tokens a day, but there is a way to get extra tokens at the shop. I believe you can buy one. There might also be one for like a quest bonus or an achievement. I'm not 1000% sure on that. It's been a while. But you see the prizes here. That's 30 of the red purple star upgrade tokens for the first one, 30 of the blue, 30 of the green, etc. So this is going to help you get off to a good start and easy, so that you don't have to spend so much stamina farming that other stuff. Now that's 100 sky, you know, crystals basically. This is 10 summon tokens that allows you to get 2 summon tokens, etc., etc. All the stuff in here is really good, guys. So try to have this farmed on cooldown, and you're going to eventually get the stages you can't do right away. That's okay. You also get all this as bonus over here, so it's also going to help you get off to a good start. Now there is also going to be this dungeon. This takes a while to unlock. Don't fuck with this right away. What this dungeon does is there are different set bonuses. So you see, I don't know if it's easy to see here. Yeah, see those set bonuses. So the top one is crit chance. The one at the bottom is speed. I think the one in the middle is debuff accuracy, I believe. But essentially, it's gonna, you know, when you get to the top one, it's gonna advertise, hey, you can get T2 relic gear in this farming material that when the blacksmith opens, you'll be able to make gear there with this farming material. Don't invest in this right away, because it's random. Most of the time you're going to get the material, and the material's RNG when you use it later, and it costs a ton of money. So be looking forward to this maybe a couple days in. Don't be doing it right away. That's my recommendation for this dungeon. And then you are also going to unlock 3 chances a day in exploration mission. Do this. The thing, in fact, I'll go in just to show you guys, even though I'm not going to keep this one. Yeah, we'll take this team, that's fine. So the thing with this mission is you have for those of you that play Darkest Dungeon, you have a morale. Now, as long as this morale is high, and the farther you get in the dungeon, every time you change screens, when you get in battles, it's going to go lower and lower and lower. And the only way to get it back up is to camp and to do specific responses to people, and you can get it up a little bit more. But the lower this goes, eventually you're going to get penalties, to the point of if you get to minus 31 to minus 50, even the best team in the game will get wrecked, because you see those penalties there. It's like 50% and 90%. I forget exactly what it is, but it's like enemies get increased damage, you get less defense, or something to that effect. So be watching for that. Be watching this. Now, there is a map here. all of these doors are places where you can exit the dungeon. But you are going to want to explore as much as possible. Like, for instance, I'll show you. So you see how we're going forward on the map here. And you see how the exploration thing is ticking down, like I said. So, you know, talk to anybody, because they might have bonus gifts. Always talk to the background characters in every town, by the way, because sometimes they have, like, crystals or other bonus items, even, like, really high-tier gear. So eventually you're going to get the crossroads. You're going to have to figure out which ways you want to go and just clear as far as you can without dying, because if you die, it resets. You still get to try over, but it resets. And you only get one charge of this per day. It will start with 3, but eventually if you use all 3, you can buy one, I believe, for a 4th, and you might be able to get one from the guild for a 5th. But essentially it only charges at the rate of 1 a day, so you gotta make these explorations count. There are good gear in here, lots of gold, shopkeepers sometimes, you can come in and buy some rare stuff, etc. So be doing this whenever you can. Try to get it to 100% and keep leveling. You'll eventually unlock the higher level ones. So that's my advice to you on this dungeon. Now let's get out of here. Now, also there is going to be this dungeon. To be honest, they added this after the Korean server launch, so I have no idea when this dungeon's going to unlock. This dungeon's actually fairly hard. The reason you come to these dungeons, every day there is a different combination of bosses, and they have 3 tiers, and the tiers are actually pretty hard. The first tier, honestly, you're probably going to need at least like 2 to 3 purple stars on most of your heroes, depending on what your combo is and which elements, etc. But to be able to take it, but you get these rewards. It could be random gear. I don't know if that means you can get the character or not, but it's mostly like upgrade materials, and there's one on the weekends that it drops upgrade materials for your rings and your necklaces, which is actually fairly hard to get in this game consistently. So maybe don't be looking at this early game, depending on when you unlock it, but if you got the characters powerful enough to do it, hey, go for it, because there's some good stuff that drops in these places, especially if you have elemental advantage. By the way, this girl, she will fucking wreck you. This girl right here. Is it her? I think it's her, yeah. She will wreck you because she cleanses all debuffs and she heals her party and the party never dies. It's just insanity. Now, there is one more event that will be going on. It will be the launch event. Now, I can't show you the launch event because that's come and gone on here. But I will show you how the event structure works. So you're going to click here. This is what the banner is going to look like. You know, you're going to see like such and such special event, global launch event, or whatever the hell it's going to be named. Come into it. Now over here is going to be quests and achievements. They're going to be, well, be looking at that, be looking to complete those, because you get currency, you get tokens, you get crystals or sky tokens, whatever. And then eventually when you do them all, this is a Moonlight Summon token, which is going to be really good for you late game. And then there's also a shop here. My recommendations for the shop, for the most part, there's going to be a relic. I'm not sure. People were telling me that the first relic wasn't that good. This relic's actually amazing. But well, I won't go into that. But be looking at the relic. If the relic turns out to be good, I'm sure the consensus will come out. Be looking for that. Also, these mandrake seeds. Once again, that's for your skill ups. Be looking at that. Summon tokens, you know, that should go without saying. And then, if you notice, the currency changes here because they release the events in 3 segments. I believe it's like every week or something like that. Because the events go for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, etc. There's a hard mode and a regular mode. You're going to want to full clear everything because all the bonuses and the achievements and the quest stuff, and you need the currency to buy all this stuff. Now, what you buy is up to you. I've given you my recommendations already. But also, not only that, but once you get into the actual dungeons... you know what? I skipped something I should show you. Hold on. These characters over here have bonuses, damage bonuses, life bonuses, armor bonuses, etc. So be looking at that too when you're making your team in case you have some of these heroes. Like these are the Pleiades maids, as I call them. You know, this is the new banner hero. This is a hero you can get from the table. Oh, I forgot to go over the table. I'll do that next. But anyways, once you get inside here, this is just like the world map, guys. All of these maps, they have 3-star capabilities. You can get 15 crystals each from each one of them. And they all have things to achieve, etc. So be looking for that. You hit the star down here in the corner to switch between hard mode. The red star is hard mode, and regular mode, you gotta beat on regular mode first. So as soon as the event comes out, guys, and you got the team that's ready to handle it, go wreck that garbage. So another thing to be looking for, and this actually escaped me for the longest time. So you see this table over here. This is a table where you can get bonus heroes. And so you click on it, and it has, I know you can't read this, but basically what it's showing you is they want certain items or certain, like, kill X amount of creatures or do blah 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 10 times, whatever dungeon or whatever the hell, have X amount of gold. You know, you gotta find, this is a rare token I was never able to find for this character. And I'll show you why this is doubly important later, but the characters you're gonna want to get, you're gonna get this one almost instantly. This is gonna be, if for some reason you were silly and you didn't get Destina or Akatis as your main role, this is the base healer you're gonna get. It's a trap, by the way. So, but they have various, you'll see most of these characters in the story, but the characters I recommend getting for sure, Elson here. Elson is a guy that he buffs attack and defense. He has a 2 that AoE heals, and his 1 can break, or basically lower attack, a debuff, 30%, I believe. So that's pretty good. And then this is Silk. Silk is amazing for an archer. Her 1 pushes back the action gauge of whoever she's attacking by 15%. Her 2, it's a passive, but basically it self-stacks a buff, and when she has 2 of them, it amps the damage of her 1 or her 3. And her ulti, which is super good, you might have to get the 3rd purple star for this, I'm not sure. But her ulti, basically, it AoE hits, 80% chance to debuff the speed, the turn speed of the enemies, and I think once you get the 3rd purple star, 100% chance to increase the turn speed of all your allies. So they all get a buff that increases their turn speed like 30% the faster she gets. So Silk is super amazing, get her. One of the most annoying parts of her quest is you gotta farm 500 bugs. I forget, there's an ideal stage to do it, I forget where it is, but it's like 2.8 or 4 something, I forget. One of you guys in the comments can speak on that if you want. Now, these other characters, honestly, I'm not 100% sure which ones are great, which ones aren't. But those 2 I know for sure are really good, so just leave you to that. Now, one additional thing to note, there is going to be this little Triforce button over here. It'll also pop up over here on occasion, but I'll go ahead and find it for you. So you're going to want to go outside the game to the... Actually, that was the wrong one. Hit this corkscrew here. It's going to take you out, and there's going to be all these like announcement banners or whatever. What you're going to want to do is find whatever the event banner is, and I believe there's 2 of them when the game first starts. And I wish I could show you guys those, but I'm just going to have to show you here. No, I wonder if I have the wrong one. Let me see. Yeah, I think this is just an explanation. Okay, so it must be the other one then. Hold on, guys, I'll pull it up right here. So all of the event banners, they have a supplementary, like a little web page type thing going on. And there are going to be additional rewards you can get, such as bonus stamina. God, I don't know why I can't find this one. It's either bonus stamina or it's like, you know, farming materials, etc. Sometimes it's bonus tokens. when it comes to, you know, summoning tokens, etc. Maybe it's this one. Happy Halloween. But anyways, you're going to find it. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so this particular one has a game, as you can see here. These are my charges of it. This is, I forget if that's how many I've done. But essentially what you do, you push it. It rolls. And this was for the Halloween event. I don't even know if we're going to get something similar to this. And I just won gold, 30,000 gold right there. So there's going to be similar things for if they do the banner like they did for the opening event. There is going to be rewards for burning stamina, using gold. I forget what the third one was. It was like friend points or something like that. And you're going to get like a bonus every day. You can go back and do this. 40 stamina, like 20,000 or 30,000 gold, and a couple of the farming materials. And as you unlock some of those characters, it's going to show you from that table I showed you earlier. It's also going to give you bonus stuff for that. And if you unlock all of them, there's some big super bonus. And it is also going to give you bonuses for passing certain benchmarks on the world. So like 110, 210, 710, whatever the hell it was. There's like 5 or 6 of them. And the last one is the very last stage, which is actually fairly hard. So be looking at that, and be looking to try to pass those stages in a month's time, or however long the event's going to be. And let me go ahead and get out of here. So be looking for that every day, and that's going to help you guys figure things out. Now, stamina, they're going to be given lots of stamina in this game, but I recommend mostly do stamina for clearing the world, farming up whatever you need for the purple stars, and then also doing some of the farming stuff that I showed you earlier. Now, one last thing I'll show you is the PvP. That was my ranking last time. There are 2 types of PvP, so don't get it twisted, okay? There is the regular PvP where you're fighting against, you know, bots of the... or not bots, preset teams from other players in the game. And if you click this tab here, there's also NPC. These are things that are on cooldowns. The NPCs challenge you. And every time you beat them, you get 3 of the PvP currency and 2 crystals. Actually adds up, so be farming this when you can on cooldown. Now, prioritize getting a higher rank in PvP, because that's going to get you more crystals and stuff at the end of the week. And it's also going to raise your rank, so that you unlock more achievements, etc. But also don't sleep on this stuff, because, you know, you're going to be wanting to do as much of this as possible once you get to that level. So, in fact, you know what? I'll show you guys a PvP real quick. Let me just switch out the teams. I think Destina's buff enough by now. I'll put her in. Alright, so this is what PvP match is. Now, if you played other games, PvP can be a long, grindy, annoying thing, but in this game it's great because there's no resurrections, there's no, like, you know, BS cheat mechanics on cheating death consistently, etc. So what that just did, that was that thing I showed you about Silk, the girl at the table. Increased all of our speed, decreased the speed of everyone on their team. So this is one of the heroes I recommend if she happens to be in your redraw pool. This is one of the good heroes to get. Her name is Karen. This is her 2. If she crits with it, she takes an extra turn. She also put a defense down debuff up. So, and then just, this is her ulti. If she crits with this, which she did, it's additional damage. She's ridiculous. You get her some buffs, you get her some gear, she'll be wrecking for you. This is Ravi, another girl I recommended in my pool video. This is Destina, best healer in the game you can get early. I don't even have her geared well, and she's still healing. Pretty ridiculous damage. So there you go, you see how quick that was. That's the NPC battles. Now you might have to take like 15 to 20 turns. But the turns are really quick in this PvP, so it's never going to be one of those things where you're tearing your hair out because PvP is so long and there's all these BS mechanics or whatever. It's not like that. So, and honestly, guys, that's what I recommend for getting a fast start. Once you get into the mid game, the support units are going to become more important, and the farming is going to become more important. And the gearing in this game is actually going to become very much important because you want the right substats and the right stuff like that. I'll put all that in another video. Don't worry about it in this video. And just keep unlocking stuff, guys. And eventually when you get there, the world is yours, you know? And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. So I hope this helps you out and you'll be ready once you get your reroll combo. Be ready to go and tap that ass. So. I'm ShowtimeDr, ShowtimeDr. You found my YouTube. If you enjoyed the content, consider liking the video and clicking subscribe. Also, I'm on Twitch. You can check in the title info for a link, twitch.tv/ShowtimeDr. I'm going to be streaming this game. And as well, there's a link to my Discord in there. You can come in. We got a Epic 7 tab. Lots of knowledgeable people in there. We're going to be looking to form 2 guilds, actually. So, but we'll see how that goes, because depending on the logistics of everything and how popular everything is, we'll see how it goes. So, all right, guys, take care. Have a great day. Peace out.